This video will show you how to add, change, or delete do not calls for a specific territory. The first thing we do is go to the drop-down box of territories and choose which one we're after. After that, we go to Other Processing, Do Not Calls. Click that button, and this brings up that we have 7 do not calls in that territory. Let's say that we want to change this one. In fact, let's say we're going to delete this because that person moved out. You just highlight it, you click it until it's highlighted, and delete it. Let's say that this one, that's how you delete. That's all you do is this, and you delete. Now, what it does when you click this thing to highlight it is it puts it at this, in this box. The reason being that you can look and see, is that the one I want? Yes, it is. And then you can delete it. Now, to change it, we have this one here, and let's say we want to put a space in there to make it look neater. Now, it's changed, but you have to watch this. If I add it, I still have the old one there. And in order to eliminate that, you just select it and delete it. This comes in handy because every time you select one of these, it moves it to the top. This way, you can verify, in fact, that that's the one you want, or you can say, I want to make his neighbor also a do not call, 6. All you have to do is change this and perhaps this date, because I was testing this earlier, I'm using the same date. But you just change that number and do an add. Now they're both there. And let's say it's a family of people, a whole bunch of relatives, and they don't want to be called on anymore. You can change it again. And you don't have to add all the information. You can just very easily add a number of sequential addresses very quickly. Now, if we're just going to add one, I'm going to add 300 Main. What we do in our territories, do not calls, is we put the initials of the person who requested that the do not call be added. This way, if any publishers check it out in the future and they have a question on that street because maybe the house is abandoned or something, they can contact that person in the congregation. Then we add today's date. Up here is a characters count, and that is the number of characters in here. And every time you add something, they go lower. I'll just click this again, and it goes lower. It says you need 13 characters left to add the date. So you can type all kinds of things in here, and it just reduces this. We still have 13 characters, so we can add a date. It looks messy, but we're going to add it anyway. Okay. Now we don't like what we have there, so we'll take this thing, highlight it, and it brings it up here. It tells you how many characters you have left, and we just delete it, and we're done with that. So we can do this right here, and we were going to do something with that, and we forgot what we were going to do. Now we'll just clear the box. We'll come over here to this one and add it in March. That's a change. So we just add that, and there it is again. This one says in March, and this one says March. It leaves the old one there because you may want to, again, add sequential numbers. And so if you added this one and you want to get rid of that one, you just highlight it and delete it. I want to point out that this please explain this screen is here, and it explains it on how to do this, what we've just done. Okay. And that takes care of do not calls.